Hi guys, it's Emily here from Yellow Tuxedo. I hope you're well today. Today's a slightly different type of video for us. We are not doing a how-to video with regards to digital marketing and online visibility. We are talking about the flywheel model and how it can be applied to you in your business. If you're not sure what a flywheel is right now, hold fire. We're going to explain it all next. Be sure to give us a little thumbs up if you like what you see today, and of course do subscribe to our channel for more weekly hints, tips and how-tos all about online visibility. So this week we're talking all about the flywheel approach and how you might be able to input this and impart this into your business if you're not already doing so. You may already be doing it. You may not even know you're doing it. However, there are some tips and tricks I'm going to explain today of how you can start to think about the flywheel versus, say, the traditional sales funnel to implement in case you want to start bringing more of a customer-centric approach to your marketing. First things first, the flywheel approach is not an approach that's going to be directly increasing your revenue. The flywheel is very much about brand awareness and creating a customer loyalty program to ensure that customers are working for you for the long haul. This is about your legacy. We always talk about in our 5 pillars that we talk about within Yellow Tuxedo, the 5th one being PR and legacy. Legacy is so important if you want to be here for the long term. Now, I joked over on our social media today that the sales funnel is dead. That's not exactly true. We know sales funnels have their place and they work for so many businesses. And if you're using sales funnels in your business, that's fantastic. I really hope they're working for you. The thing with the sales funnel is that it puts the customer at the very bottom of the funnel. We have your marketing and attraction, we have your sales profile, and then we come down to the customer at the very, very bottom. The thing with that is it becomes quite exhausting because once your customer comes to the bottom of the funnel, they may well go onto your email list later on, but really that customer journey finishes right at the bottom of your funnel. You then start again, you look at more marketing techniques, we put more ad spend on to get those funnels working and visible, and then we go through the process over and over again. The flywheel is an overarching strategy as opposed to the sales funnel that really looks about how your customer engages with your business and stays for the long term and builds and builds and builds that momentum so they end up becoming your own promoters. So yeah, the sales funnel, as I've just explained, has a funnel like that, and there are 3 main layers. You have your attraction, you have your sales, and then your customer at the bottom. We've explained that just a second ago. The funnel is more of a cyclic approach where the customer, rather than being at the bottom of the funnel, becomes the very center of your model, right in the very middle. Around the edge, and I'll show you a picture in a second, around the edge we have your attraction, which feeds into engagement, which then feeds into the delight section of your model that goes back into attraction and becomes cyclic, with the customer always being at the very center of everything you do in what you put out there and how you attract. The funnel will show you and help you measure to see how people are coming into your new business. That's really still quite critical. The flywheel, in that sense, though, will look at the overarching methodology of how they interact with your business. But what does this mean in actual day-to-day practicalities of running your business? What does this actually mean? And I find this a lot with some of the businesses that we actually work with on our day-to-day working, that we talk about these theories, these ideas, this ideology of what we should be doing with our business, but how does that practically work? Now I'm going to unpick the attract, the engage and the delight models slightly more so we can understand what we can actually be putting in place today with our businesses to help us get this flywheel going. Obviously with flywheels, it's cyclic. If you think about a flywheel in the actual mechanical sense, the more the flywheel turns, the more friction we remove, the more it spins, the faster it goes, the more momentum it churns out, the easier it becomes to start marketing your business. So let's start at attraction. That's really, really simple. We need to show up. We need to be showing up daily, hopefully daily anyway, with stuff that's really going to be intriguing our customer and our audience. We need to be showing them that we're here. So that's putting out amazing content. That's macro content. That's showing them what your products are, your services are. That's talking to your customers, and that's actually showing them that you're there and you're there to serve them. You need to use your expertise to start creating conversations and starting it's the very start of those relationships that we're going to be building and nurturing later on. So creating webinars, creating podcasts, creating YouTube videos like I'm doing today, stuff that actually gives real value and information that people are going to want to watch and find out more about what you're about. Then we're moving on to engaging your audience, engaging your customer base. How do we do that? Well, quite simply, we take that attraction where we started finding and starting these conversations and we nurture them. So we start building on those relationships, talking to people, using direct messaging on social media, using emails, making sure that we're adding value. We're really serving that audience who's already engaged because they've already seen us and they want to find out more. So keeping them warm, making sure that they're getting absolute value from everything that you're putting out there. I think it's really important to note as well, especially when it comes to engaging your audience, on a sales approach more so than a marketing approach, is that you really want to be serving that audience and you want to be helping them. They have problems that need to be solved, and we talk about this with everything we talk about around keywords, solving the problems that your audience are already asking. But taking away that salesy approach and actually trying to help them with their problem, become their friend, become their source of expertise, and help them work through their problems. And then we move on to the delight section, which to me is my favourite part of the entire wheel, because it's the part where we start to get our audience becoming our biggest fans and our biggest promoters. We have an opportunity to really help them help you. If you can help your customers succeed, you solve their problem, they're going to start leaving you reviews, they're going to be referring people to your business, they're going to be sharing your content out there. They're going to be the ones that talk about you next week to their friends and their family, and they'll want to serve you even better than that. When it comes to a service-based business, I can see this model working for you really, really well. Obviously, they can be return customers. You can build on your brand, you can offer new products, you can offer new services, and that becomes really simple. I still think if you're a product-based business, that this is still really worthwhile for you as well, and it's really worth taking that approach. I'll apply this to our wedding business. So we have Bailey Bell Tents, which is our other business. If you think about the sales funnel approach, we attract our audience, we find our brides, we find our grooms, we engage with them and we sell to them. They have their product, they have their wedding, and the customer ends at the bottom and comes out of the sales funnel. Now, technically, we have one opportunity to sell to those people and then they carry on with their merry old way. Therefore, they're done with the funnel. If you apply the wedding industry to the funnel, how can we still start to delight our customers so they still become our brand advocates? Well, it might be as simple, again, in the wedding industry, sending them a card on their first anniversary. You've been part of their wedding journey. Make sure that they still remember you at the end of it. Making sure you have a customer loyalty scheme, perhaps. Maybe you could offer a discount code for anyone who refers their bridesmaids or their family members or anything like that. You may be able to open up your own product to a wider pool of people. There are so many ways that we can delight our audience, and I could talk about it all day. There's a list as long as my arm of all the ways we can delight our audience. I'm happy to put this in a blog post separate to this video, actually. But things like making sure we are quick to respond to emails, we are interacting on DM if someone's contacting us, we are consistent across all of our channels. People become familiar with us. We say, as in every single video, the know, like and trust factor. People become familiar with us because they know us across all of our multi-channels. Making sure that we offer discount codes potentially if we have a product or service-based business. Making sure that we share people's posts, we share people's pictures, we talk about people's successes, we promote them as much as they're going to be promoting us. Go beyond your customers' expectations. As we always say in business, make sure you under-promise, over-sell. So if you are a service-based business, don't over-promise anything, but add value later on down the line. It's so exciting. The delight model is so exciting because we really start to put that customer first, rather than putting them at the very bottom of that funnel, which has its place. If we want to be increasing the revenue, I do get why a funnel works, but really in terms of the long game, the funnel really doesn't work for that because it loses its energy, it loses momentum, and we have to start at the very top all over again to start generating more sales. The flywheel is so exciting and actually becomes so much simpler as you start to build that momentum. It's something that we have applied to all of our businesses for the last few years. The sales funnel to us just doesn't feel as natural to us. Building a brand, building awareness, and building a model where your customer comes first has so much more longevity to it, and it's really worth applying it. So if you want to talk to me about how you can build your own flywheel, do feel free to email me. I'm always happy to chat. You can either leave me a message down below or send me an email at emily@yellowtuxedo.co.uk, and I'm happy to chat this out with you. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope it's offered a little nugget of information for you about the flywheel model. It's really exciting. Do feel free to go and Google it as well. There's so much out there about the flywheel that people just don't know about. And I will see you next time for a new video all about digital visibility and how you can show up and stand up from the crowd with your audience. Have a great day. Bye.